Spokane's greatest hits, Key 101. Dan Roberts with you. I'm here with John Zoller. He's the executive producer of Exhibition Hub, which curates and distributes world-renowned immersive exhibitions. You were responsible for the Bodies exhibit, which was so popular for so long.
Yeah, that was a really interesting one. It was, a cutting-edge exhibit at the time. No one had ever seen human bodies like that before. And I love to work with content that stays ahead of the curve and creates the next frontier. And that's really what Van Gogh, the Immersive Experience, does too.
Describe how it is immersive for people that haven't been. I've been through it. Took my breath away, by the way.
Oh, fantastic. Well, when we say immersive, we really mean from the time you enter to the time you leave. For example, on a 9-foot-tall bust of Van Gogh, right when you enter, which I'm sure you saw.
Yeah, that's the first thing that took my breath away, because you don't see it until you round the corner.
Yeah, it's really a great motif, because we're projecting his self-portraits onto a sculpted bust of Van Gogh. So, and what we're saying there is, this is how you're going to learn, and this is who you're going to learn about, using projection mapping technology to learn about Vincent Van Gogh. But as we go on, we also build out some of Van Gogh's paintings in 3D, so you can step into his bedroom, his famous bedroom painting from his in Arles, where he lived in the Yellow House.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, that's the more traditional, that's the low-tech version, which is still fun. That's the low-tech version of immersive, because it's an actual set, if you will, that you can step into, but it's a great photo op. And then after that, you just get blown away by this immersive room, this giant room with the paintings coming and going around you from floor to ceiling.
Yeah, it's a 6,000 square foot immersive gallery. It's the crown jewel of our show. And in that room, we have over 400 of Van Gogh's paintings that are brought to life through digital animation in about a 35-minute show. It's an incredible experience to learn about the artist, but also just to be drawn into this beauty that he had created.
Yeah, I found it relaxing. That room was very relaxing.
There's actually a lot of studies that are done about digital art that it helps lower blood pressure, relieve anxiety, let your cares wash away. It's a great place to chill out. It's been hot in Spokane this summer so far, and it's a great place to get out of the heat and just enjoy some incredible digital art, some art of one of the greatest painters of all time in a way that you've never seen it before.
Speaking of which, there's another experience just after that, which is virtual reality. And we'll dig into that on the other side of this break on Key 101.
You're listening to the Dan Roberts Show on Key 101.
And I'm talking with John Zoller. He's the executive producer of Van Gogh, the immersive exhibit. It's in Spokane. And one of the fun things you can experience is virtual reality.
And the virtual reality really is like a secret grand finale, because you're putting on those goggles, and this is what we mean by immersion. Now, through virtual reality, you're seeing the world through his eyes. You're walking through the countryside of the south of France, the places he loved so much, and watching them come to life into his paintings.
Yeah, it felt like a ride to me.
It does have that effect, because it's a nice, gentle glide through the countryside, as though you're at a nice ambling pace, as Van Gogh himself.
Right. So this is like the next step for people that have an idea of what an art exhibit is or what a museum is like. This blows those expectations away and presents everything in a new high-tech fashion.
And I think it's perfect for Spokane. I mean, the people of Spokane really support the arts. You've got a great museum, a great symphony, all kinds of cultural activities and happenings. And this is another great addition to the landscape that we hope will be there for a long time.
How do you get tickets to Van Gogh?
So best way to get tickets is to go to vangoghexpo.com, and you select Spokane, and then you can pick your date and your time. We're open Thursday through Monday, so we're closed Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And during the week we open at 10, and on the weekends we open at 9:30.
It's really interactive, and like every aspect of that, every way you can imagine it being interactive, it pretty much is. I really enjoyed it.
I'm glad you found it that way. That was definitely our goal, was to make it educational, entertaining, and interactive.
Yeah, it's a treat. Thank you so much for talking today, John.
Thanks, Dan. Really appreciate the time.